After years of tests and experiments, you finally did it. Your magnum opus. You genetically engineered brown cows that actually produce chocolate milk. Death awaits to claim the soon-to-be dead soul. The time of death arrives, and yet, the human's still alive. Little did she know what the human's deodorant meant by 48H protection. It was supposed to be just one time you saw a werewolf pup in the snow, you brought him and gave him food, took care of him, and then get let on his way. But then more monster children ended up on your doorstep. You kind of regret it, but don't. A simple wish granted by a shooting star that, expending effort, would make people level up like an RPG, had more impact than expected since 1. It was relative. So an overworked minimum wage worker tended to level up faster than a CEO. And 2. It had also been applied retroactively. The last pure-blooded human has died. They leave behind a civilization thoroughly hybridized with so many species it's impossible to tell them apart anymore. Hell is suing the church for defamation, not for painting them as evil, but because they spread the myth of demons possessing humans. And if there is one thing that Satan respects, it's free will. Like all Phi folks, you play cruel tricks and tangle others in unfair deals. Only you shapeshift into a human and target other Phi instead, especially those using stale, "Can I have your name?" line. Everyone knows about famous dragon knights, the heroic warriors that wear the sturdiest armor and are shaped to resemble a dragon. Some even tamed one and rode one into the battle. Now the fantasy world has to prepare for the first ever night dragon. The giant dragon in full set knight armor. The most prominent blacksmith in the fantasy world happened to be not a dwarf, not a giant, but an enormous fire-breathing dragon doing it as a hobby inside his cave. A love triangle where the person at the center of it is not only aromantic and incredibly uncomfortable with the situation, but suspects the two rivals are simply looking for a way to spend time with one another, both being too obtuse to realize. Hell is not a pit of fire. Rather, it is a place where you are confronted by every being you failed, manipulated, and/or hurt, whether indirectly or directly.